Well, hello guys. So this is me at work. And yep, I'm just kind of pulled everything out and started working. So, I'm going to show you some things here and hopefully you'll be able to see them. Focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. So these next couple things I'm going to show you will be up in my shop before this goes up. So these are stitch markers. They've got the lever back on them, and it's got a backpack or a clasp on it, so you could put it on your project bag if you wanted to. So that's my idea of keeping them all together. So that was that one. Here's another one. And the ghost and the witch and the spider itself are very light. Some of these beads are a little heavier, but most of this is very light. And these are like, I don't know, they're like eraser material, but they're beads. They came from Joann's. Here's another one with different bottom beads. It's kind of a cool little, I don't know, design on the bottom of those orange ones. And then just some red, black, and clear beads with the different designs there. I'm not sure what it's trying to focus on. Here we go. There we go. Much better. Some more. Forgive me with my nails here. And then, for those of you that requested some stitch markers for the make-along, here's just a few of them that I've gotten done. I'm pretty proud of these guys, so everybody will get one of these. Maybe. Oh my goodness. There we go. So, just a little angel, and the little top there is just supposed to be a halo of some sort. So anyway, and there's some more different ones, and I'll have some more made up in my shop, but what I can get done tonight I'll put up, and then those will be there for this weekend. Just to give you a sneak peek what will be available to the winner of the make along or the crochet along with Spooky and the Halloween for Halloween Cal with Ella and I. These are going to be the stitch markers that'll be included. So there's that. And there'll be some other prizes. I'm working on those. But anyway, I will cut this and we'll go to me face to face. You guys, I've never seen so many trees. There are trees just completely uprooted, and I mean, there is a tree coming up here. Look at how big it is. Look at how big they are. These trees are huge, you guys, and look what it did to these trees. Huge trees, and that's moved. That is completely moved. That's in the middle of a parking lot. Wow. Hi guys. So, I'm just going to talk to you while I'm working here. Some of you may know that there was a tornado. Actually, in fact, there was 3 tornadoes in the city of Sioux Falls. On October 10th, it hit the city about, I think it was like 10:30 at night. No, 11:30 at night. Most people were in bed. Of course, all the businesses were closed, thank God. But they had said the system was going to merge, and there was actually several different systems that did merge, but over the city of Sioux Falls, there was 3. 2 systems merged, and then 3 actual tornadoes. They were F2s that hit Sioux Falls. And so that was basically 100-mile-per-hour gust winds, or 75 and greater. And part of this video will be some clips of me. Hopefully I don't get flagged for license plates, or I'll try to blur them out if I can. I don't know that my editing program will let me do that, but anyway, I'm having like a hard time just driving down the streets and explaining to my kids why there's so many trees down and why there's so much damage. Today, if you're on my Facebook, you've seen it, but today Mikey asked me, Mom, there's so much damage, can't we help our neighbors? Because my kids are real big into Daniel Tiger and helping, and neighbors helping, and so they kind of asked me if they could help, and I mean, yeah, they're too young, but they're very sensitive to other people's needs, even when they're being, little turds to their siblings. They're pretty sensitive to other people's needs. So Michael asked if we could help in our neighborhood, and I said, honey, our neighborhood wasn't damaged. We had 1 branch down is all we had for damage. Leaves and stuff blown around, but we were so lucky. And I don't even know how to explain how close we were to getting damage, but not, I guess. See if I can give you a picture here. So, my house is here. I'll show you. So my house is here. This is my house, right? This is the main drag where I live on. And this up here is where the tornado started. So to the west of me, it started up here. It went down the main drag. I mean, one of the main driving streets of Sioux Falls. Okay, so it started up here in this corner up here. There's a bunch of apartment buildings and a Gorman High School, businesses. Joanne's is like right over here. But anyway, it came down this main drag here. Took out a chunk. So from here up, it was about probably 10-15 blocks of stuff. It was only on the ground for 1 minute. Each tornado was only on the ground for a minute. But it caused damage. So I live down here, and about 20 blocks up, and then 10 blocks above that is where the damage went. But I couldn't even drive this way yesterday. And my folks live right here. So they live like literally less than 2 miles from me, maybe even 1.5 miles or so. But this tornado came down, and where it did the most damage at Advance Auto Parts is where you see on the national news. That if you would have seen it on the national news, that's the picture you would have seen is Advance Auto Parts. That's right here, and my parents' house was right here. That literally, so every time I see the damage, I'm kind of like, my parents are here, they're safe, thank God, but it makes me a little teary-eyed. But their power was completely pulled out of their house, and their neighbors was pulled out. Their one tree left that they had in their yard, did damage. It fell in the street, actually fell away from their house, which they were very, very lucky. And they're lucky, nothing else happened. So I'm very thankful that they're okay. And the city of Sioux Falls, I guess they got lucky. For some reason, the 3 tornadoes and only a portion of the city had its tornadoes alarms go off. A portion. Somebody somewhere didn't follow the fail-safes, and they only activated part of them. The mayor has apologized, and I really like the mayor. Politics aside, I really, really like him. And he apologized. He knows what happened. It won't happen again. There'll be different strategies in place to fix what went wrong this time. But, I mean, the city of Sioux Falls is super lucky. Nobody was killed. There was only one person that actually, or a couple people that had damage, or not damage, injuries, and they weren't life-threatening. So, like I said, very, very lucky. If you've watched any of the news footage, or even some of the stuff I posted on Facebook, there was a guy that actually was a storm chaser, and he knew something was coming. He felt it. He could, saw the signs or whatever, but he tried to grab his dogs, and by the time he got down from he couldn't even get down to the basement. He got down from his upstairs, grabbing his dogs, and his house, like, imploded, or just was gone. He got out alive, which is amazing. And his wife wasn't home at the time. She was away. So, yeah, again, miracles and that kind of stuff galore, I guess. But so anyway, we've had a busy couple days, and then now that Sioux Falls is kind of in cleanup mode and fixing mode, Mitchell, which is the home of the Corn Palace. If you've never been there, it's the one and only Corn Palace. If you look that up, and Michelle from Crafty Farm Girl could probably tell you more too, maybe. But if you look it up, they decorate their walls of the outside of the building in corn, like dried corn. It's really super cool. There's a different design every year, and it's one of those things that if you're from South Dakota, you know about. But anyway, so last night another storm came through, and thankfully Sioux Falls got rain, but we didn't get a lot of it. But Mitchell, where the Corn Palace is, got hit hard. Like, their whole town flooded. There's some dams washed away. And then a couple other cities around us, like Madison, South Dakota, had to be evacuated because their whole town is flooded. And so anyway, if you have a moment, send some good vibes to South Dakota that the rain will stop, that things will get better, and the people that have to clean up from all the damage and stuff get the help they needed. My mom and dad were super lucky, so I wanted to go. I mean, my instinct was to go over and help. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to run over and help and make sure they were okay, and you know, because they're my parents, and like it or not, Mom and Dad, you are getting up there. So I do worry. But they said, no, don't come over, and honestly, I don't think I could have gotten there, because, like I said, those roads were blocked off, and as you will see, some of the videos and the photo clips, the trees were bigger around than I could even imagine hugging, and they were knocked over into the roads and on houses. And so anyway, there was some chainsaw, what did they call them? Chainsaw rescuers or something like that. Chainsaw bandits. But anyway, they had a group of people come through and take care of all their trees for them. So they didn't have to do it, which is good, because that would have been a lot of work, you know, for just my mom and dad to do. So all in all, I'm thankful, and I'm glad that they're okay. I'm glad that everybody else I know is okay. We don't have water in our basement, so that's a bonus. No damage to our house. So there is water coming towards my stepdaughter's house in Del Rapids. So again, if you have a minute and want to send some good vibes and some prayers, I'm sure we would be very thankful for them. So, as I was discussing before, I've got stitch markers that will go out in the mail for those of the make along and the 500 subscriber giveaway. So those, I just finished up those. Those will go out, and then the rest of the stitch markers I'm making will go up in my shop. Don't forget that the Halloween cal starts tomorrow. For Ella and I. If you haven't checked them out yet, go check out Spooky, the Friendly Ghost, and Ella's pattern, Hocus, the Witch Frog, and her other 2 bags that she's got. She's done a really good job. She's sold a ton of patterns. Like, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her and her husband. You know, they've got a lot of bills that they need to get caught up on, and so... And I am so thankful for you guys for even thinking about purchasing a pattern from me. I am blown away that that you guys want to participate in this and are excited about it. Just like what Hannah says, you know, what you purchased from me helped me pay for all the shipping I had to do to send out all the make-along winners. And for me to get that money by myself, it would have been hard. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the comments and the shares and the likes. And I think all of you guys that came over from Ella's channel, I super excited because I did get a whole bunch of subscribers, so that was, I'm super excited about that. So I did get some things. Hold on a second. So I did go shopping the other day when I was at Joann's. I'm not really sure what to show you. But I got some fabric. So this is llama fabric. I might try to make a project bag myself. I don't know. I haven't pulled out my sewing machine in so long. But I know I want to make something out of this. This is unicorn fabric. And my niece loves unicorns. So I might make her a pillow or crochet around it and make a pillow. This has got little narwhals on it. Well, there's not really one showing, but it does. You'll have to trust me. But I'm going to make those, a narwhal for my niece for Christmas. And so that will go on the bottom of it. And here's another one. I figured it's unicorns and stuff, but I figured I could put this and the other fabric together and maybe make her some pillows. And this one has got llamas on it too. So something I'll make with those. I'm not really sure. And then my mom has a gray coat, and so all the cowls that I've made, she likes but can't wear because her coat wouldn't match. So I got some gray yarn to go with it. They had their clearance yarn at an additional 25% off. So I figured it was worth it. But I got some other, I don't think I got anything else. There's 5 skeins of that gray yarn, dark and light. So I hate to say it, but one of the biggest things that has kind of hit me is that I'm going to miss Joann's. I am going to miss going there. I mean, I would probably go there, once a week. I mean, it might not be that many times, but that neighborhood or that area, Tuesday Morning is in there too, and so is Pizza Ranch and some other places. But I mean, my daughter used to work at that Joann's, and that's the only one in the whole town, and that's where I go. I mean, when we have coupons, I would use the coupons to my benefit, and so I'm very sad, and I'm angry at myself that I'm sad that Joann's is gone. In hindsight, nobody got hurt and everybody's okay, but I'm kind of angry at myself that I care that Joann's is gone. I care that the employees there, who were part-time employees, don't have their jobs or won't be able to work for quite a while. I did try to contact Joann's today to see if they knew when they would be back up or if they'd be moving buildings. Because my thought is that the inventory inside is probably not usable because it was wet and part of the ceilings were gone and the roofs were gone. And so, and the other thing that was really sad is that shortly after the tornadoes hit, there was looters. Looters went through that whole complex and started taking things out of the stores. Here's my rant. It's not bad enough that these businesses are damaged and hurting and everything else, that people have to go through and loot it. That to me is not South Dakota, and it's just very sad. But Yeah, I mean, and they have that in the big cities too. I just never figured it would be here. So, I've got some more things to show you. They're upstairs, and so I will cut this here, and I'll meet you back upstairs in a few seconds for you, and probably a few hours for me. But I will show you what I've been working on. Okay, bye bye. Hi guys. I'm wearing a sweater in September because I came from downstairs. But in the next couple months you will see me in lots of sweaters, so I guess you get used to it maybe. Oh boy, it's really late at night. It's in fact 12:30 on Friday the 13th. Ah, happy Friday the 13th. So, I wanted to show you some makes, like I said earlier. Then I wanted to show you some of my finishes. I finished this right after the last video. Spooky. There's a spider. Thanks to Ella for inspiration. I believe this purple, I don't know if it's, I don't know if you can see. It might be mohair. I don't know for sure. It was a fluffy ball of something real thin, and so I mixed it with a black red heart. So I could see my stitches. But yep. So, and I ran out. So I used the whole entire ball. And I ran out when I got to the bottom, which is fine because I'm trying to use up scraps. Just trying to get them done. And this was not fun to frog when I realized I was running out of purple. So I was trying to backtrack and figure out how to fix it. Here's another spider. You guys, I hate spiders, but these are like the cutest thing ever. This is just some fun fur, I think. Yeah, it's just fun fur. But just that spider pattern from to craft a home. Yeah, that's the website, tocraftahome.com, and it's just My Crawly the spider. So there's that one. Now this one, he looks like the monster pillows that I think it was Irene sent. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, I had to use the eyes because I ran out of safety eyes, the bigger ones that I needed to fit in it, so I used the big cartoon eyes. I love it, and it is so soft. It is just like fuzzy goodness. But I took a picture with like this one on my head. That's being all kinds of goofy. But you can see the different sizes. And I think I did a J hook with this one. Maybe an I and a 5mm. So I did different sizes just based on the yarn, how it was working out. So those are the sputters. And then here's a little smiley face octopus. I'm like literally down to my last eyeballs, you guys. Like, ah! But a nice dear friend of mine is going to get me some, so that's exciting. There's a little octopus. And I have another fair this weekend, and I'm just going to go with it, and if it's great, it's great. If it's not, that's alright. So, if not, I've got stuff made up for the next time. So, this little octopus has been sitting in my whip pile forever. This is when I was like way long time ago, maybe even a year ago, talking to Randy about how not to have to sew on 8 legs. And I had come up with having to do my own bottom and then doing a top because I didn't like how you would see holes in the bottom. So I thought, well, I'll do the bottom first and then top separate. It's still too much work. So anyway, I've perfected my octopuses the way I like them now, either with the legs or with the way that Rel from the Dabbling Hook does it. And this one is going to be a backpack pole. I think this one will get donated to the Mal. I will crochet, I don't know about eyes. I might just leave it like that. I don't know, maybe it'll just be a weird, I don't know, it's going to have a backpack pole on it, and I'll just crochet eyes on it. So there's that. And then I had a ball of Bernat blanket yarn, probably about the size of my hand, just trying to get rid of the scraps. And I had enough to make a chubby bunny. I had this much left out of the ball. And so I was able to make a chubby bunny. Now I used a 6.5 millimeter hook just so I knew I was using the yarn to the best of my ability and making sure that I got as much in there as I possibly could. And there is my eyes again. I love them. So, and I did put them on probably when I was right here so I could stuff the face. And because I used a 6.5 millimeter hook, or a K, if you're familiar with that, you don't see the stuffing. So I did not use a nylon in this one, but when I use a bigger hook, I do. So, yep, you can't see the nylon, or I don't think I used. Maybe I did use a nylon. Anyway, I put the eyes on way beforehand so I didn't have to go back and try to figure them out. And he's so cute and it's such a bunny. So this pattern, of course, is by Valerie with Old Soul Crochet, just the chubby bunny. And you guys, she has so many chubby patterns. You should really check them out if you haven't yet. So there's that. And I had to jump on the bandwagon, or the crochet along, I guess, for SOS for Sharon Ooh Aah September with Blue Cherub. She's doing Sharon's patterns, and that is I have them up on my computer. Amigurumi to Go. They're free patterns. She's got tutorials. The tutorial on how to do the face was very helpful. Sharon, yeah, very helpful. And having the right stuffing is very helpful. The stuffing I currently have gets hard. So if I stuff it, it doesn't clump, but I can't get a needle through it. So this one was a little difficult. And my daughter was so mad because he's got a grumpy, he doesn't have a smile. She wants smiles on her things. So she's mad because he's grumpy. She's like, Mom, make another one. And then Jacob's like, Mom, that's so cool. Can I have one? I want one just like that. And I'm like, okay. So there's that one. And then I've started another one. And this is, of course, in blanket yarn. And you can't really see his eyebrows, but they're there. So I'd still have to add the stem, but you can tell the color difference. But this is the Bernat Brights Orange. And I don't think they make it anymore. I'll have to check, but as you heard in my other section, Joann's is not available right now. So there's my Grumpy Pumpkins, and I plan on doing a bunch more of those. I want to try, I'm using, So when I go to the thrift stores and stuff, sometimes there's just odd yarn in there in the bags, and so I'm trying to use that up too. But this is actually rug yarn. Rug and craft yarn is what it says, for macrame and different things. But so this one was actually in that same kind of yarn. It's a little rougher, but if it's a decoration, it really, really doesn't matter, right? So I'm going to use this one to make a white one, and then I've got a gray color, and then I'm going to do a blue pumpkins too. So I'm going to try to make 3 of each color and then sell them. I'm not sure how much I'm going to sell them for, but I don't know. I suppose at least $6, because it does take some time. I mean, if I sell a keychain for $6, I should sell, or $5, these should be at least, it should be more, so. But anyway, super cute. There is a lady that Kim introduced me to. Her name is Quinn. Let me see if I can find her. Quinn lives in the Bahamas, and she is looking for some help. Hold on a second here. Anyway, she lives in the Bahamas and was hit by Hurricane Dorian. Is that what it was called? Sorry. And anyway, during that time, she also had a miscarriage, which is very unfortunate. I can't even imagine going through that. I'm trying to find it. But anyway, and then she has a shop too that I'll try to link it down below, but I'm not seeing it in Kim's notes, and I don't really remember how I clicked on it to begin with. So anyway, so she is looking for donations for baby blankets and different things. So if you have extra hats or blankets that you don't want to sell and you are willing to ship, she would take that. So I will, once I find it, I will put it in the link below, or you can email me and ask me to. But anyway, so she lives in the Bahamas, and what did they say, 2,500 people just missing. So a lot of, like she describes, a lot of families are missing their parents or missing kids, or just completely displaced. And so what we've experienced in South Dakota is nothing compared to what they have there. Like Quinn said in her video, just to get hospital help or a scan for her baby, which may or may not have helped her if she would have had the medical care that we have here, which I'm very thankful for. So anyway, if you want to help her out, you can contact either me or Kim with Blue Cherub. She knows Quinn a lot better than I do. But anyway, I'm sure they could use those donations. She said like baby hats and baby blankets in general, things to keep people warm. So hats, scarves, that kind of thing. So anyway, I think that is it for now. Again, shop updates, and the cal starts today because it's already past midnight. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Hit that like and subscribe button if you are still watching. I know this will be a long video, so I apologize ahead of time, but thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, and we will talk to you next time. Bye!